Hey. Okay, guys. I was gonna go live at 8 o'clock, but something was telling me just to go ahead and do it. I don't know why. I'm really I'm nervous. Okay, but I'm gonna go ahead. I wanna go ahead and do it because I am nervous. But anyways, I told you guys to basically give me some topics that you guys wanted to talk about. And these are the topics that I chose for this week. So you guys know that all the time I try to implement things into the channel that will be a little fun or a little bit, you know, uplifting or that we can learn with or something like that, all right? So if you're just now joining, I was saying that we're about to go over these little spiritual topics. I'm sorry, guys. Hey, I'm a little nervous. Okay. Now, we are doing Genesis 44:15, okay? And we're also doing Peter's 2:5, all right? So I think I'm going to go ahead and get started, all right? So I was basically going over this scripture, you guys, and to basically get the full understanding of basically what the scripture was saying. Like I tell you guys, hey y'all, like I tell you guys, I was decoding the Bible, reading the Bible, and a lot of times when I do decode the Bible, read the Bible, I try to put it in a spiritual perspective. That way, that with the modern type of learning that we're doing, especially us healers, the people that are into those esoteric things and those things that may be of not norm, I guess, that are may not are not normal, right? I'm nervous, y'all, for some reason. I'm feeling like a lot of energy for some reason. All right. So, anyways, between Genesis 44:10 and 44:14, basically it describes the brothers being asked about a cup that was stolen, okay, you guys? So, mind you guys, I talk about this a lot. I talk about how tarot really resonates with life. Now, a lot of things I feel as if I had to tap into tarot first before I was able to tap into those other spiritual categories, because it was going to give me a whole different type of perspective, right? Now, when in 44:10 and through 44:14, before we get to the actual one that we're talking about today, all right? Um, because of course, when you're trying to decode something, you want to go ahead and look at what's previous, all right, the history and what's to come. So, of course, the future, or you want to be able to put circumstantial evidence together to basically create a circumstantial I guess, outcome, right? So they basically describe the boys being searched for this cup. Now, the cup to me represents abundance. Abundance meaning fulfillment, right? The hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, okay. The cup symbolizes freedom, nourishment, abundance, okay? But in order to get the cup, you have to have the best intentions, right? You're not going to be able to get to that abundance, that fulfillment, if you have ill intents, right? So say for instance, you want to be abundant. You want to be you want to create euphoria or heaven on earth. You're not going to get to that place if you're not being pure. You're not doing the things that is necessary for you and your own life path and your own scenario to expand, right? So I felt as if in the Bible, there's a lot of symbolism in the Bible. So when they were talking about how the cup was missing, first of all, it was almost as if the boys were already guilty, or they seemed as if they had a lack consciousness, or I can't explain to you guys, but it's like a lot of things I was getting from that cup symbolism within this part of the scripture, you guys, I guess. All right. So basically, they searched the boys, and one of the guys had the cup in his bag. I think it was Benjamin, right? So boom, they find the cup. In 44:15, it states, Joseph said to them, "What is this you have? Okay, what is this you have done? Don't you know that a man like me can find things out by divination?" All right. Now, You guys understand that tarot is divination. You guys understand that Reiki is divination. You guys understand that any way that you communicate and talk to the divine is a part of divination, those spiritual laws, right? So, in order for us to even tap into those spiritual laws, if we were reading the Bible or, trying to understand the Bible in a perspective, whereas we weren't vibrating at a higher enough consciousness to actually interpret it and actually put the pieces together that can help us create that euphoria in that cup, right? So it's almost as if, how they said, basically in the symbolism, it states like the guy had to search the boys or he was looking for the cup, right? So it's almost as if we're always all looking for the cup. We're always searching for that fulfillment. We're always searching for that abundance, right? But when they came to Joseph, and Joseph said, it was almost as if, because in the scripture it basically states as if they bowed to his feet, like, how, say for instance, you did something and you feel really guilty and you go to your mom and you just start crying and like you just can't hold it in. He's like, what did you do? If you don't want to tell me, I'll figure it out anyways, right? So meaning, because Joseph was highly awakened, or because Joseph was, conscious, he was able to tap into those different dimensions. Not only did he have the cup inside himself, but as you guys seen, they came to him for the cup because they came to him for the guidance. You see what I'm saying? So whenever you are in those spiritual essences where you're needing guidance, things of that nature, when you're reading these holy books, whatever religion you are into, it does not matter, because you guys, like we talk about, and especially in the spiritual community, we are all one, but that means so much more, y'all. Then, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we all vibrate and do the same things. No, you know what I'm saying? We want to be they want to create segregation within, the religions and within the holy Bibles, and they want to say, oh well, this is so much different, or you guys are not believing the same, when in actuality it's almost as if, you guys, it's exactly the same. It's just people are, first of all, starting from different scenery, starting from different scenarios. First of all, people are, it's just different things in different areas that are connected. Okay, now I'm sorry, you guys, if my voice is like a little shaky. I feel like I have like anxiety, like I feel like a lot of energy or a huge rush of energy from this video, or nervousness. Okay, I guess because it's a different type of topic, but it's a topic that definitely needs to be talked about, right? So as we go further into this, okay, we talk about how Joseph was talking about divination. Divination is the divine, of course. For short, divination means divine. All right, going within. The cup is discernment as well. All right, so understand this as well. You guys know how I talk about the same shit, basically. Sometimes if you guys get tired of me talking about, okay, we need to elevate, because you got to understand, you guys, those lower entities, those devils aren't able to tamper with you if you are elevated, right? So say for instance, you don't know how to discern. Say for instance, you are not able to basically tell if something is for your highest good, meaning, will me picking this choice lead to future successes, I guess. Okay, now, how is this tampered with? Okay, say for instance you are clairvoyant. Say for instance you have spiritual psychic gifts of any kind. All right, now, just how the divine can connect with you, the divine can communicate with you, those lower entities can too, because not only are you tapped in, but you're tapped into the spiritual realm as whole, within, meaning all of it, right? Now, when you're tapped into all of it, that means that if you do not know discernment, if you not are not able to listen to yourself, if you not are not able to have that fulfillment, create that heaven on earth by yourself, or within yourself, finding the things within yourself, meaning, okay, you need to know how great you are, you need to know how abundant you are, you need to know how beautiful you are, you need to know how divine you are. You know what I'm saying? Those picker cards are important, because then you don't carry around that lower energy of, lower self-esteem or depression, or things that will cause lower entities to be able to attach to you, right? Now, backtrack to what I said about having spiritual gifts, psychic gifts, right? When you are able to hear clairvoyantly, as in the angels are talking to you, you can also hear other voices that may want to tamper with you, right? Okay, now I'm sorry, you guys, it may go over some people's head. Now, if you are still here, you understand me, tap in. Okay, now understand this. when you are able, hey guys, when you're able to discern, you know what voice to listen to. You know what direction to go to. You know where you're going, right? So it was also symbolism that they actually went to Joseph because it means that he was a master of self, right? All right, let's move on. Now, guys, there is a second scripture that I got here. All right. Oh, by the way, that by the way, guys, be aware when you read holy scriptures, holy bibles of anything, numerology is very important as well. All right, if you want to decode something, the fastest way or one of the easiest ways is to use numerology. This synchronicity is 4415. Okay, you add that together, you get 5 means change, 5 means test, right? So this scripture basically talks about being tested, basically being able to use your discernment. If you are not able to use your discernment, meaning that Ace of Cups energy, that intuition, okay, because it's like it all goes together, right? Now, 5, that's for this one. We're now stepping in, you guys, to Peter 2:5. Hold on, let me read. I love Psalms, you guys. Okay, let's go. Now, this scripture states, you yourselves, like living stones, are being built up as a spiritual house to be a holy priesthood. All right. When they say holy, that means divine. Priesthood, meaning community, you know what I'm saying? Era, generation, whatever you may call it. Okay. To offer spiritual sacrifices. Let's stop there. This is very important. Sacrifices meaning the detoxing of friends, the ability to undergo change, the ability to change your perception, the ability to accept God, okay? The ability to accept yourself, okay? The rest of the scripture states to offer spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ. When they mention Jesus Christ, of course, we talk about Christ meaning Christ consciousness. That is when you are able to communicate with the divine. 633 on my dashboard, you guys. Now, that means you are able to communicate with the divine. Now, this scripture is 2:5, 5 + 2 = 7, a very spiritual type of scripture, of course, but this scripture represents a journey, right? Now, when you are whatever you are, you guys, now I grew up Christian. I was very Christian, actually. I Yeah, but when you grow up like that, or when you grow up in a religious space where you are not able to freely, you know what I'm saying, expose yourself, not meaning exposure in a bad way, but to put yourself out into the universe so that the universe can take advantage of basically how gifted you are. So say for instance, God gives you a gift and you keep that gift inside, or you decide, oh no, I'm not good enough, or oh no, then it's like a slap in the face to God, because he's like, well, damn, why the fuck did I give you this gift? I should have gave it to someone else. All right. Now, what was I saying? The sevens to me represent a spiritual journey. Now, when he says being built up, in order for you to first be built up, you first have to be destroyed, right? So we talk about how we go through, triumphs and tribulations, and we're tested, and we have these fuck ass niggas. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm gonna cuss. Just period. It's me. If you don't like it, it is what it is. Now, you have these people who tamper with you. They mess with you. They mess with your spirit, things like that, right? You have to be able to first be able to be built down. So you're going to come across, bullying or whatever, trauma within the family, so that you're able to be first broken down, so that you can first be able to detect and discern why were you even broken down in the first place, right? Because when you're being built up, God does not want to build you up with the same things that broke you down, right? So that's why you're going to be at, like, say for instance, you guys know how they say God will test you and test you and test you, or show you and show you and show you until you finally get it. Because He's not going to build you up or take you to the place or take you to the promised land with these contaminations. You understand what I'm saying? Because God is pure. The divine is pure. The divine is holy, and there's so much more to being holy than, you know what I'm saying? Believing. Everything is so much more. You know what I'm saying? This is off topic, but how do you distinguish your thoughts from clairaudient messages? Okay, so for me, when I'm having clairaudient messages, at first when I was able to discern, if I was see, everything to me was discernment. Because of course, a lot of times, sometimes we're born with these things, or sometimes we've always had these things but we didn't know we did, right? So quickest way, or the easiest way for me to basically explain this is, say for instance, I say, I'm so fucking ugly, or I'm gonna fail this test, and you're like, man, no, you're not, you can do this shit. That's like angels, right? Or that's like that clear audience. Anything that is, of higher guidance, anything that is guidance. So say for instance, it's like, say for instance, you hear something that is negative. Say for instance that you hear something that is low vibrational. Now, what do you consider low vibrational, right? That's why it's important for us not to go by the standards of others, but the standards of ourselves. Because what is low vibrational to you may not be low vibrational to somebody else, right? So what we spend and what we go broke over is not the same as what a millionaire billionaire spends and goes broke over, right? So it's something like that. But say for instance, it's levels. Like, it'll get stronger and stronger the more you're able to discern those levels. um it's okay. Do you believe eating meat is okay? To be honest, I do. But also, this is the thing. I believe you're free to do what is, but the awareness factor is what is helpful. Because of course, you guys know how they kill meat, how they slaughter those animals. You guys, if you guys have not seen Earthlings with the Lings, you guys should go watch it. They basically show you how they slaughter these animals and how they kill them to basically feed us. And if you think about it, we sacrifice animals all the fucking time. Like, I heard this thing, I was reading this book, y'all, and it was talking about basically being like, it was like, who's the bigger monster, basically? Because it's like, we eat animals, we take life every day. But anyways, so those foods are filled with those energies. So when the animals are scared, that adrenaline and that shit is still in that shit, like the fat and all the things is being transferred to you. Because energy cannot be destroyed, so it can only be transferred, or manipulated or whatever. Okay. You're welcome. All right, guys, so now I gotta finish. Now, y'all do not get me distracted, please. I will mess up the whole thing. Now, okay, we're talking about consciousness, being able to tap into those energies, right? So that you can communicate with Christ. So basically, this scripture talks about life being a journey within itself. Okay, so those things that you go through, the tests and things like that, those things build you, right? So say for instance, you know what I'm saying, you were taken away from your mother, or you're in a domestic violence relationship, or you were abused, or you went through child abuse, or you were molested. These are all things that's going to help you for your future. Now, a lot of times people ask me, how are you able to know who you're supposed to be? You need to go back. Okay, you need to be able to go back to your history, and you need to be able to decode that and be able to be like, okay, so sometimes life is very symbolic. All right, y'all. So a lot of times the things that we go through is very symbolic to the things that we're supposed to be going to. All right. Now, of course, everyone does not have a super investigative mind, but I know y'all, damn, everybody don't have a super investigative mind, but it's at the same point where, you know what I'm saying, you got to be able to say, okay, what I was doing last year, is that's what I need to take over to this year, or what I'm spending money on this year, do I need to keep spending money on that next year? You know what I'm saying? Always elevating. So I really like these topics, you guys. I really, really do, because I feel as if, like, you know how people be so afraid to talk about, God and Jesus and things like that, because they don't want to be looked at a certain way. But you see what I'm saying? We can look at it from so many different perspectives. Let's talk about it. I feel like, why not? I feel like if there's any type of way to help people, you know what I'm saying, reach that level of euphoria, because 10 times out of 10, you guys know that you can't get anything without God anyway. So it's like, you can't, ain't no point to be embarrassed. 2012 endings. But have y'all heard that song? Never mind. Okay, yeah. I just feel like definitely Anubis. Y'all, did I ever tell y'all about this dream, right? Since we're talking about this. Y'all, comment if you guys ever had dreams of like spiritual guides. Have you guys met like your spirit guides? Or have you guys ever encountered like fairies? Or like, have you guys ever like experience any mystical type shit, right? So okay, one time, you guys, I had, you guys know I'm in college, so I go to school in Atlanta. I live in Texas. I was back at home, and so okay, okay. Let me just tell a story. So basically, this was basically when I was like kind of very starting my spiritual awakening. I wasn't starting like just starting my spiritual awakening, but of course, this was when I was basically tapping into tarot. I think I had just started like YouTube at this point. So I had my spiritual awakening for like a few months, or had been going through the process, right? So I had this dream, you guys, and it was super symbolic. And I swear to God, like, out of all the dreams, God forgive me, I don't like to say swear to God, but out of all the dreams that I've had, you guys, like, this dream was the weirdest dream. This dream was the scariest dreams. And I've had dreams where, like, my cars flew off the bridge. I've had like crazy ass dreams before, right? So basically it was like we're in this underground place. It was like we were all learning, right? And um it was literally under the ground, y'all. And there's this man, okay. I swear this shit was scary as shit to me. There was this man. He was black, okay. Or yeah, no, he was black. I'm telling y'all the truth. He was black and he had blue eyes, right? And the craziest thing, you guys, is I've actually seen this man, like when I was in Atlanta. I've seen this exact visualization of this man like walking around, and it's so freaking creepy. Now, it wasn't that exact man, but I've seen like this exact persona walking around, right? So this man, he had blue eyes, and like we were all working together. It was like we were learning something. It was like a specific, I don't know what it was. Okay, I don't think I'm supposed to get too deep into that, but um, so all of a sudden, y'all, it's like we're still working, but like a lot of times in my dreams I'll see in third perspective. So it's like I can see every single perspective type thing. So say for instance there was someone else in my dream, I could see like I could see what they were doing, I could see what I was doing, and I could see everything basically from an eagle's eye view. I think I've told you guys this before. Now, I this guy, we were working, y'all, and they just kept saying, oh my God, it's Jesus, right? I promise y'all, right? I've never told this dream before. It scared the shit out of me. So I look at the man, y'all, and it's the exact same man that's been working with us, that's been around us for this whole time, right? But this time it was like I felt his presence, y'all. And when I tell you I felt his presence in my dream, I passed out in the dream. That shit, like, say for instance, someone scared the shit out of you in real life. That's exactly how I felt in that dream. And I felt it. Like, I felt it because, like, my dreams are really weird. Like, say for instance, when I tell y'all, like, okay, my car drove off the bridge. I could feel that shit. I could feel it like in my bones when I woke up. I don't know what that is. Like, if someone else has that gift or whatever that is, let me know. But I like passed out in a dream. And as soon as I passed out, y'all, I swear to God, I woke up. And that shit like scared the shit out of me. That was the scariest dream. But I feel like it was like a spiritual guide or some shit. Like, it was too strong. I don't know, like his energy was too strong, y'all. So that was crazy. Ooh. Mm-mm. But let's see. Yeah, Hermetics, old teachings. holistic healings. That's what I really feel like we're kind of going into now, you guys. Also, if you guys peep, like they're kind of really trying to stray away from like actual money. There's something in the world, I can't put my finger on exactly what it is, but it's going to be like a big ass industry, big ass corporation that's like going to be erased, deleted. Like there's something is going to, something is four, right? You hear of like the four corners, something's about to turn into the three corners. Something is being taken out. Like something is not real, something's being taken out, or something's being erased. Like there's a specific huge ass corporation entity. I don't know exactly what it is. I just know it's being erased, it's being taken out. And that's it. That's all I can say. But other than that, I feel like, and they, if you guys experience really cool things while meditating, you go, dude. Because like when I'm meditating, y'all, I swear to gosh, I just see colors. Like I see a lot of colors, a lot of things. Yeah. But yeah, you guys. Also, we're all off topic. This is not. I'm finna stop messing with y'all for real. No, I'm just kidding. Aw. Yes, like I love those feelings. So you guys know how like if you ever want to know like if your angels are like, what do you know about this? Okay, so people been talking about that a lot. I think you know, you guys know how they talk about how the Antichrist like they're gonna come back, right? But I think they're already here. Like I think people are already here. Like something is already here, but it's not awoken. Like it's something about it's not being like the person is not awoken, or like the it's like I feel like because you guys know that God himself is not a person. He's an energy, right? So I think that it's a collective thing. There needs to be a collect like before he comes back, the collective people who are for him, they have to wake up because, like they said, you know, like we're gonna have to be fighting. That shit's real, spiritual warfare. You know, the veil is being thinned and thinned. That why do you guys think more people are waking up? They're opening, you know, their third eyes or their whatever. Okay, that's because of that. Yeah, it's really crazy. Oh yeah, when I was driving the four centennial what celestials, sorry, coming online. No, enlighten me. You guys ever heard of people seeing music and hearing colors? Y'all, the message is, I got the message out, so it's okay. Also, like if you're like if you're like a high priestess, or if you're a tarot reader, anytime that, say for instance, you're trying to get a message out and it's like um disrupted, that means that some part of the message may not need to be out, or some part of the message may needs to be hidden, or some type of shit. Everything happens for a reason, so it's cool. Yes, I get super, I feel energy super hard from music so bad. Like when people play music around me, it's so hard because it's uh, I really like music with the drums actually. It makes like, y'all know that's like shamanism. It awakens that type of healer energy in you because like they get that deep rooted like boom 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 boom. I wish I could play music in here, but I can't. Cause it's I can't cause like this one I'm gonna get another. Does any when I'm in the dark. That happens to me when I'm in the dark. Yo, I'm so afraid of the dark. I don't know if that's how y'all are. I know that's so childish, but I'm so afraid of the dark. Like that shit scares the shit out of me. Also, like I swear my house, I don't want to speak it into existence, but that like spirits are heavily in my house. And woo, 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 woo. Like if when it's dark, I be shooketh. And then that's how you know, like you can detect, like if you're able to detect that shit, like I be hearing they be whew. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. That symbolism was on Sabrina with the horsemen. It's like death. Yeah, it's like the coming of death, basically. The four horsemen of the four archangels, yeah, blowing the trumpet. So it's judgment, but it's the coming of death. Y'all know there's a specific angel that's basically meant to cause havoc on earth. Like basically, they're basically meant to bring plague to the earth. Like they're very, very, very powerful. Um, I read about this angel, but I would have to go back and tell you guys. The eclipse. What the hell? That's just crazy. Okay, y'all. I'm hearing to get off of here. So I love you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. We can't waste time and do what y'all want to do. And I support y'all and I love y'all.